Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to moving the microphone stand ever so closer, because I usually keep it pretty far away before I start recording. So I was playing a little, FTL earlier, and I have the Radiant Shell Cruiser, and oh my god, that thing is ridiculously overpowered. And there's so many builds you can do with it too, right? Like, I'm doing just a weapons platform build, and I'm gonna try to defeat Sylvan. I'm gonna try. I've got cloaking. I think hacking is better than mind control in this scenario. Probably get the shell upgrade that makes them all immune to mind control, and then, oh, but how do I prevent them from getting mind controlled by Sylvan? I don't know. I have, like, the thing is, Sylvan has a lot of borders, and they're all going to die because of the augment that the Radiant Incandescent Shell ship has. So, really, I just have to figure out, oh, but I used my last, did I ever get a crew teleporter? No, I don't think I did. This is gonna be a little bit weird, because I don't think I'll be able to outgun him. Oh, I actually don't think I can do it now. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have a crew teleporter and I've already used my last slot up, which means it's not possible. Because you want to be able to survive his volleys of attacks, and then you want to be able to... Oh, I do have a drone system though, so maybe I could get boarding drones? Okay, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance, but it's going to be a little bit weird. Probably should get a hull repair drone while I'm at it too. But anyways, welcome back to the Haru arc. We're playing Haru, of course. You know, I watched this movie last night while I was trying to build this creature caster model, and first of all, listen, if you work at creature caster, I think your models look great, and I can't wait to paint it, but, like, why? That's, like, why are the models designed the way that they are? They're so annoying to build. Like, I mean, here's the thing. I've built bigger models before, admittedly, from Games Workshop, okay? I don't have any of those, what is it, like, those warjacks that are, like, really huge, or some of the more intricate Malifaux models, or, you know, I'm just trying to think of, like, other, like, miniature manufacturers off the top of my head. I haven't made a Dark Sword mini order yet, but it's, like, I just, like, I hate how the parts are, like, labeled wrong. Like, it's like, oh, LL attaches to the body. No, it doesn't. LL is the second piece on the arm. LL is the piece that attaches to the other arm. Like, LL does not go into LL does not get glued into the body. If you do that, you're going to have something horrible happen, because it won't even fit in the first place, so you should, common sense should tell you not to do it. But, like, like, the parts, if they're labeled, sometimes the labels are wrong, and it's just, like, the design of the, like, arms and how the model's hair, like, I'm gonna paint the hair and the model separately, because the fact that the hair winds through the different arm joints is just a goddamn nightmare. Like, how could you do this? Like who the fuck made Warframe is a good expression for how I'm feeling, if you get the reference. And it's not directly it is such an inside joke, deep-seated reference of a fucking Diddy Kong racing review that, like, if anybody gets that, they would. I mean, it's a popular video. It's a great video, but anyways, it turns out Digital Extremes made Warframe, but who the fuck made the Creature Caster miniatures? Like, I am so, like... I bought a Creature Caster miniature, like the one that I'm working on is one of the big demons, and I bought it specifically because it didn't look... Like, it looked like one of the least nightmarish to build, like the... What is it, like the Queen of Malefica or whatever? That has, like, the swirly, like, fire base stand that winds around her, and she's got the giant wings and the tendrils everywhere, and it's like, that just looks horrible to build. Like, that, like, here's the thing, I've built a couple of Imperial Knights, those were fun. And not even that bad. Like, they were not even that bad. I built Imperial Knights pretty early on to me starting the hobby, because I thought they were really cool. So I built a couple of Imperial Knights. They're fun to build, okay? I've built a Vermin Lord, which is like a big, tall rat, with a glaive, yeah, it's like a double-sided glaive, specifically. That was pretty fun to build. You know, there's definitely, like... And although to be fair, this model is taller than an Imperial Knight, so that's like, it, you know. But, like, I've built big models before, and you can make big models that are fun to build. And also look cool, right? Like, that's something that you can do. And this model looks cool, but it's a nightmare to build. And, like, I was trying to glue on, like, the back spikes last night, and I was just like, oh my god. Like, I really don't, like, the back spike on the bottom is easy, right? But the two back spikes at the top, they, like, kind of touch each other almost, and it's so weird, and it feels like it like, they don't fit any other way, but it looks really weird, and I just like, oh jeez. It's just like the whole process from start to finish has been a nightmare. I have a second one because I wanted two of them to be Keeper of Secret proxies for my Chaos army. But like, oh my god. The second one should be a lot easier to build because I know first of all, I know never to follow the official instructions that Creature Caster has on their website. Absolutely not. Because the instructions are bad, and you absolutely should glue the... Like, you should not follow the instructions. Like, you should glue... Like, probably the most annoying part of the model is the 4 scythe hands. Like, the 4 scythe hands are probably the most annoying part. And so you should do those first. Well, maybe you should... Like, I don't know. Like, it's so weird. Because you have to be very careful because it's a monopose model. Because the hair weaves in between the hands. So you can't take any creative liberties without having to plan for the hair. And I'm sorry, like, I know I'm holding the video hostage here. I just accidentally slammed the enter key on the numpad. But, like, I'm just like, shit sucks. Like, I mean, like, it's a beautiful model, and I can't wait to paint it. And you might be thinking, well, Web, you've talked before about, like, feeling like, oh, you can't paint beautiful models because you don't have the skills to do that. Actually, big models are way easier to paint than small ones. Okay, big models, like, I'm not confident in my ability to, like, paint, like, a small Kingdom Death mini, but if you give me, like, a giant monster to paint, that's fun. Like, it just is what it is, right? I didn't even look at the lighthouse. We're going in. It's blind lighthouse gaming. It is, as some might say, blind lighthouse gaming. Yeah, we'll go to we'll just kind of start like this. Pretty standard start for Haru. Just a little Haru art gaming. I can't stop thinking about that goddamn model. But I watched this. I was watching movies. I was watching movies while I was doing it. And there's this, I got it confused with another movie, or with a TV show. I think it was like The Outsider and The Empty Man, respectively. The reason why I got them confused is because I was just kind of glancing when I was scrolling through, like, HBO Max. And, oh, you can go to hell, Insomnia. I hate that. But, yeah, so when I'm not going to use this immediately, because we're probably going to take reason damage pretty soon. But, like, do we want to fight here? I don't know if we do. Like, we're kind of getting owned. Oh, we have flesh regrowth, who cares? Can I block once, though? Just to kind of... Okay, yeah, just to lessen the amount of time I need to... use flesh regrowth. Oh, this guy. This is absolute peace right here. Yeah, sure. 75% chance. Thank God for that. I mean, it still wouldn't have been, like, hugely problematic if we got hit, but, you know, it is what it is. We were hoping that we didn't get... Or it would have been, if we missed, it wouldn't be hugely bad, but... We could have, because we have flesh regrowth, but we don't really want to. If that makes sense. Oh my god, what is that? The +2 taking us to max, and then we get -2 immediately, so we go back down to 11. That's crazy. But, yeah, I was trying to watch The Empty Man, but I ended up accidentally watching, like, the first 5 minutes of The Outsider, and then I realized it was a TV show with 12 episodes, and each episode was an hour long. I was like, get me the hell out of here, right? Brace for impact. Do that. Yeah. So I fixed my mistake and started watching The Empty Man, but I kind of wish I didn't, because, like, it started off interesting enough, right? Like, it had this, this dude, he was going on a hike with his friends, and then spooky skeleton, and, ooh, there's this weird, like, thing that you blow into, and then you see a monster, and it's like, yeah, that was kind of cool. And then the movie actually starts, and it's this, like, very, very, like... It starts off interesting enough. It's about a dude who used to be a cop, you know, great setup, very classic. You know, he used to be a cop, he's trying, like, one of his, friends, I guess, who he slept with in the past, her daughter goes missing, and so, you know, he's like, I'll find your daughter for you. And then, you know, it's like, it goes on from there, and it starts off kind of like as, like, a folklore thing, where it's like, ooh, there's this guy, and if you do this little ritual, he'll come kill you, you know, like the boogeyman or something. But here's the thing, horror movies fall into this trap where they try to explain what's actually happening, and it's just really stupid, because they usually don't have the writing to pull it off, if that makes sense. Like, you can do an absolutely ridiculous fucking premise that is patentedly stupid, and you can pull it off if the characters and the writing is strong enough. You know, probably my favorite example of this is probably Endwalker. The actual story beats that happen in Endwalker is lunacy, right? Like, it's crazy. Like it's absolutely insane. And they do a lot of things in Endwalker that you would expect. No spoilers, of course. But they do a lot of things in Endwalker that if somebody told you what happened in the story, you'd be like, oh, that's stupid. That's dumb. Why would anybody like that? That's stupid. But it's all rooted in good writing and powerful character moments. And everything is driven by the characters. Nothing's driven by some sort of, like... You know, everything in that game is driven by a character. And a character that you get to know. So everything is impactful, and everything makes sense, and there's nothing that's ever like, oh shit, you know, that's stupid as hell. But when you actually look at it in the broader scheme of things, it's like the actual story beats themselves are dumb. And so, but the thing is, they're only dumb in that sort of abridged way, if that makes sense. And so a movie that's like, I think it was like almost 3 hours long, but I didn't really care because I was just like background noise for like building a model and getting really mad at building the model. So like, anyways, like the actual story beats of The Empty Man are really stupid, and the main character, I will admit, the twist at the end was clever. If you're familiar, and yes, I am going to spoil The Empty Man vaguely, it kind of did, is it Arx Fatalis? Where, like, because you'll pick up on it pretty quickly, just like I'm not picking up on these mysteries because I hate them all, but, like, it was, Formaldehyde Jar was our second enemy, right? Because we fought, yeah, Formaldehyde Jar, and this will be our second mystery. But, like, how do I put it? In Arx Fatalis, and it's to do with the protagonist, right? Like, in Arx Fatalis, the protagonist is really weird. And the protagonist in The Empty Man is also really weird. Right? Like, and you just kind of chalk it up to bad or lazy writing, and then it has a purpose later on in the story. And so I thought that was interesting. Like, that held my attention at the end of the movie. But, like, pretty much everything after the... Well, I don't want to say that specific event, because that's kind of a spoiler to what happens. But, like, when it goes from local man investigates a creepy thing, and then it turns into whatever the movie goes into in, like, the last 40 minutes. Like, I understood what happened. I'm just trying to be vague so that it's like I don't spoil it if you're gonna watch The Empty Man. It is Arx Fatalis, right? The one with the, like, the kind of flat protagonist who's kind of, like, boring. But, like, uninterested is probably a better word. But, like... I just, like, the movie was kind of dumb, is what I'll say. And it didn't really... Like, it held the attention at the beginning and the end, but pretty much, like, after the... Like, I don't want to say after the guy stops investigating the weird shit, because the entire movie is him investigating weird shit. It's just, like, there's a pivot. There's a pivot in the movie where it goes from investigating weird, scary things and to you are basically seeing the man behind the curtain, if that makes sense. Like, you're peeking behind the curtain in Wizard of Oz, I guess. That's probably the best thing I could say. Kind of? I don't know. I'm trying to be vague. Like, for background, it's not that bad. And like I said, there were some moments where I was actually, like, so interested, I was paying more attention to the movie than what I was doing. Which is why I didn't finish building the Creature Caster model last night, because it was annoying, and I got fed up with it, and I just went to go play FTL. But, you know, it was like, whatever, right? Like, we'll move on, I'm still thinking about what I want to do here for these mysteries, by the way, and I hadn't forgotten Formaldehyde Jar. But, like, the problem is that with Fear Festival, yeah, okay, we get the cool thing, then what? I guess Fear Festival is probably the way to go. Like, we're not getting the chainsaw. I think the chainsaw is bait, but we need to... Oh, God. Like, okay, so here's the annoying thing, right? What I want to do is I want to go to Fear Festival, then I want to go to... Oh, man. We can't do... Actually, can we? Are Fear Festival and School Scissors short enough? I think they are. But then we end on Peculiar Painting? What the hell is this? Like, I feel like I wanted to skip Fear Festival for, whatchamacallit. But that's okay, right? Like, that's fine. I'm not really worried about that. Who would we want to see? We would want to see Iwa, we would want to see Hermit, we would want to see the typical suspects. I'll take Asato. I'm not gonna say no to Asato. I think Asato is perfectly reasonable. I think there are certain spells in the game that could really help us out. Okay, here's fake fan moment. Seal of, is it Seal of... Well, it's Seal of Bramel and Seal of Savesh. I'm pretty sure Bramel is strength and Savesh is knowledge, so we would want Seal of Savesh. I'm pretty sure. Does that make sense? Am I a fake fan? Have I never played this game before? I'm pretty sure it's the Seal of Savesh. Sure, I'll take Kazumi for 4% Doom. We do have to go to the school. She could save us some heartache. Yo, Ao? No, okay. Pain, Peko. We've got the lump of flesh. I want to start fishing for more allies. Do I want 2 Kazumis? Did I put this on all perks? Eh, screw it, why not? When do we dual wield Kazumis? That sounds like a... Dual wielding Kazumis sounds like a weapon that you could find in a Cyberpunk game. Like Akimbo Kazumis or something. Now, can we die? Technically, we're probably not, but we could. It's not helping. Okay, so Asato, you're going to be let go, and we've won the game. I just see memory extract. It's like, yeah, no, we're fine. It's like we're okay. We're gonna be fine. I mean, that's just kind of disgusting, to be honest with you. I'm very happy with what we've got here. Okay, so we definitely do not have whatchamacallit, but we'll get a point of knowledge. Why not? Although quick thinking would have been, I probably should have. No, I want damage. We could have taken quick thinking though, for sure. Because what we could have done is we could have gotten 8 dexterity, but we can take quick thinking later. That's okay. Okay, so 12. All right, I'm interested. And then we can do 8 here. Ooh. So here's the thing: we can take 2% doom over 2% doom twice, or we can take 4% doom once. Well, what would you rather do? Our doom's looking completely fine, although admittedly this is the second mystery, so just remember formaldehyde jar and your boy Fear Festival. I see no reason not to put this on immediately. And we'll get reason, why not? Just because, I mean, we have memory extract. That doesn't mean that we want to use it. Like, ideally, we have both of the bats. This should unlock an achievement. Duct tape both bats together. Oh, wait, hold on. No. If you have, like, what is it? 2? Is it 2 light sources? Or is it 3? I'm pretty sure it's 2. Right, you have the torch and the regular flashlight. If you have both of the bats at the same time, you should unlock the baseball bat with the nails. Like a wooden bat with nails in it. Absolutely. Or you should unlock the nail item at the hardware store, and then you can combine the nails with any of the bats. And they should become faster for some reason, because that's how you would make the wooden bats good weapons. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Okay, clap and a bow. Like, just don't increase the damage at all. Just increase the speed for no reason. Just never explain why, though. That's the important part. Is just never explain why the nails make it faster. Yeah, sure, why not? Listen, we got memory extract. I feel invincible right now. We don't have broken jaws, so... Oh my god, are you kidding me? It's true. I felt invincible, and I forgot about how Insomnia has the weirdest application in the game. Like, listen, if that was anything else, we would not have died. Okay, Insomnia is the only thing in the game that does this. Okay, if we had badly bleeding, and we bled out on an investigation that led into a fight, we would not die like that. I am 99.9% sure. We lost the most winnable Haru run in the world because I forgot skull emoji. Like, I hate that. Like, I hate Insomnia so much because it's just, it doesn't, like, it's the only thing that acts like it, and I just forget it. Like, I just forget that it's there. Because it's like, I mean, why would I remember it? And we're not looking at the lighthouse, I don't care. Like, it's just, I don't like that. Like, I don't like how esoteric this game is, and I think that's probably one of my biggest complaints with it, is things work differently based on when they were implemented in the game. And there's not been some sort of unifying or cohesive patch where it's like, oh, you know, this works how you would expect it to work. Sometimes sudden death works, sometimes sudden death doesn't work. Sometimes sudden death only works in these situations, and in other situations, sudden death works in these situations. It's like, it's completely insane on how it's applied. And there's like it just doesn't feel good to lose like that. Like, I can guarantee you, if I forgot one spell or used memory extract, we would have been completely fine. Or if I just ignored the freaking thing in the first place, and we took stamina damage instead, we would have lived. It's just one of those really weird things of the game that I'm just gonna keep forgetting, because it's so, like, it's not really, like, I mean, obviously, it's my fault that we lost, because I took us down to low reason, and then Insomnia immediately killed us, and I should know that by now. But it's just kind of an annoying thing that probably shouldn't exist in the game, because it's like there's nothing else that does that, and it's just this one thing. And it's just like, Insomnia is just the worst TM, for sure. At least we have a slightly nicer spread of mysteries, I guess. We've got more town gaming, I guess, but I don't know. It's just like, I hate how Insomnia does that. I genuinely hate Insomnia. It's not a fun mechanic. And I'll get whatever shows up first, honestly. Yeah. But, like, it's just not, like... I feel like the game should not have so many, like... Okay, obviously it's a roguelite, so it has random elements, but, I mean, things functioning in random ways that are like, okay, so this specifically will kill you at these points in the game. Like, Insomnia will kill you before combat, before you even see that you've taken damage. Like, Insomnia just snipes you before the combat is even loaded. There's no reacting to it. It's not like... okay, let me tell you how I think Insomnia would work. Okay, Insomnia is, at the end of every mystery, you take -2 reason, and then when combat starts, you take -1 reason. But what ends up happening, and so I would interpret that as when you enter combat, because there is a confirmation box to entering combat. When you enter combat, you take -1 reason. But that's not how it works, because the game loads the event before you're allowed to react to it, which is not usually a problem, although it can lead to some things where you can click too early and then choose an option that you hadn't been able to see yet, but, you know, like, if you click too fast, you could definitely do something like that. But with this, you take the damage before you even know that you're in combat, right? Like, you will see your reason tick down before the fight even officially starts. And I think that's the thing that's so, like, crazy about it, and how bad, like, that's the reason why it feels so bad, is that you're just, like, it doesn't feel good, right? Like, it does not feel good to interface with in any way. It doesn't feel good to... Like, and it feels inconsistent as well, because nothing else in the game acts like that. Nothing else in the game... Well, I guess, does Badly Bleeding... Well, okay, Badly Bleeding's a little different, right? Because Badly Bleeding is when you click the investigate button, you have a chance of taking damage, right? Is that how that works? So I'm trying to think, like, I want to do more testing, but the thing is, there's just too many, like I said, there's just too many things that you have to know, right? Like, you have to know how this works. I thought I went to the school already. That's really weird. There's just too many things in this game that's like, oh, of course it does that. That's how it always does that. It's like, yeah, but should it do that? Should there be so many scrimblow mechanics that you just have to, like, know off the top of your head? And, like, here's the thing, if you watch a lot of World of Horror, or you play a lot of World of Horror, a lot of this stuff probably just makes sense to you because you've seen it for so long. But, like, imagine a new player, they get Insomnia. I don't even think Insomnia tells you that you take -1 during combat, does it? I thought it had I'm pretty sure it has the same description as Holes. And so imagine just randomly dying and having no idea why. Like, at least I'm knowledgeable enough in the game to know why I died and why I was being dumb. But, like, there's just so many things about this game. And it's hard for me to come up with examples of it off the top of my head unless it's new. And the reason why is because I'm so used to it. Right, like, I can't, like, turn the bias blinders off and say, like, oh yeah, this mechanic is completely bullshit if you've never played the game before, because there's no way to know how it works unless you just put in so much trial and error, right? But that's a lot of the game. That's a lot of the game's learning curve. And it's also why I don't think I could make a tutorial on this game, is I've played it too much. A lot of this stuff is just intrinsic, and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's autopilot. And so, I feel like I'm not saying that you can't have unique or interesting interactions in the game, because obviously that would be boring if you didn't have those things. But what I am saying is that you do really need to consider the readability of your game, and you also need to consider like, how do I put this? There's a, like you need to consider how your mechanics are affecting the game and, like, the game's experience. And obviously, like, I'm probably just, like, preaching to the choir on this, right? Like, I don't talk to anybody who is involved with World of Horror officially in any way that often. Like, occasionally, I've talked to a couple of, like, people in the World of Horror Discord, right? But, like, I've never talked to, like, anybody who works at Yizbird or, you know, Panstash themselves. I've never talked to anybody like that. And so I'm just, like, screaming into the void, preaching to the choir, you know? But there's just so many weird things with this game. And I'm confident in saying that because there's just a lot of weird shit about this game. Now, 31% Mystery 1 might sound kind of bad, but when you put it into the perspective of we had over 30 smonks, and we have a weapon, like, it's looking fine. Like, the run is something I'm not worried. Also, we opted into a bunch of Doom, so we'll just opt into taking damage later, right? If that makes sense? But yeah, no, it's just weird. Like, I probably another weird esoteric thing that the game never explains of how stats work at all. Like, if you go into the tutorial, right, like the tutorial prompt that shows up, it's like, hover over the stats to learn more about them. And you hover over strength, and it says, STR is strength, or DEX is dexterity. You know, what do they do? I don't know. Extra math is disabled by default. The game never explains how the dice roll works. Game never explains how the stats work. Like, you know, you tune into a Twitch streamer playing World of Horror for the first time, they look at this stat sheet, they're gonna think strength is for damage, dexterity is for speed, perception's for accuracy. That's not how it works at all. And we've all played the game long enough that we're like, ha, that's silly. That's obviously not how it works. But that's how you would intuitively expect it to work, right? And so it's just like, you know, listen, it is what it is, and I think the game is actually really good. But there's just some really weird things about the game that just probably are... I mean, they should exist, but they're just a little bit weird, right? Does that make sense? Also, my dog woke up and she's running around, so you might hear a dog go in sicko mode in the background, but I assure you, she has all the food and water in the world she could ever dream of. She's just having a good time. And also destroying a blanket, but, you know, that's the sacrificial blanket, that's fine. That's the blanket that goes on top of the bed for a reason. Well, it's the blanket that goes on the top of everything for a reason. So that the dog can go sicko mode, if the dog so desires. Anyways, what are we talking about? I didn't get water there, who cares? 11 versus 10. Do I want to go to any of these places? I mean, we can go to Fear Festival, right? We can go to Fear Festival second. Was Shiro-san our second enemy? Because I'm pretty sure we killed, Yeah, Totoro was our first enemy. So Shiro-san was our second. Fear Festival was our second mystery. But, yeah, no. Anyways, Insomnia can go to hell. I think we can all agree. There was somebody in my Discord who told me that they reset their game save so that they could get every achievement except the one that unlocks Insomnia, which I'm pretty sure is that Kyrie's challenge, if I remember correctly, or is that that's somebody's challenge. It's either Ghost Town or Kyrie's challenge. I don't remember. Oh wait, is Kyrie has the ghost following her, but Mizuki's challenge is called Ghost Town. That's what I mean. It's one of those two. And anyways, that is one thing that I will say is a little bit of an interesting we'll say that's actually a really interesting design decision. The idea of unlocking achievements, like getting an achievement in-game that can actually be difficult, by the way. Getting an achievement in-game it makes your game harder. I actually think, I'm not sure how I feel about that, because on one hand, I think that stuff should probably just unlock passively, if that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't know why I got these 3. We're on Haru perks, so it doesn't really matter. But, 2 to all. I'm not a big fan of 2 to all, honestly. I would appreciate not 2 to all. Can we do this? I feel like we can do this. I feel like this is possible. Oh, you're at peace. Okay, can we do this by any chance? No, probably not. That's not actually that bad. This is what, like a 80% chance to kill on the second turn against Barkwoman? I'll take that. I mean, we took it, and we won. Jar of Blood, Fondness, I'll do it. Listen, I'm still gonna do Peace of Mind. I think that, I think I'm on the Doom meta, honestly. I think I'm getting on the Doom train a little bit more than I probably should be. How are we gonna heal up after this? I don't know. We have, like, Violent Vigil and Painting left. Ugh. So pretty much same thing as last time, except we can take 4% Doom, or we can take 5% Doom. We're gonna opt in, like, yeah, does it take a couple turns longer, but we're bracing for impact, so we're not gonna sustain any unexpected injuries, and then we can just finish them off here. Spiral Hood is very good. Now, admittedly, the Art Knowledge perk doesn't really help that much anymore, but that's okay. And I have to take Reason here. I'm not, like... Normally I would go Sicko mode, but, you know, it is what it is. I think that for the second run in a video, I probably want it to be a W. We have to do one of these. Like, that's the annoying part, is that we have to do one of these, because I don't want to end on an out-of-town mystery, in case we need to, like, emergency FTL. I'm actually tempted to do this properly. And then just sacrifice, like, get Ending B. I'm tempted to go for Ending B. I think that's what we're going to do. As much as I would love to get the extra EXP, I feel like... Force yourself into hiding, that's free EXP, you love to see it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to get Ending B. So it's all bows, write that down. And remember, it was Shiro-san and Fear Festival, by the way. Because Formaldehyde Jar was our first enemy. Or not Formaldehyde Jar, Apartment Stalker was our first enemy. Formaldehyde Jar was our second enemy on the last run. Does this matter? I don't know if it does, but yeah, sure. We'll get -1 Charisma at some point, which is... We already did the clap and bow, so that's fine, and we already wrote it down. This is good. I'm a big fan of this. If we could maybe, as a treat, go ahead and get the sewing kit for free, that would be fantastic. Vigil Pamphlet, burn an envelope. I'm not really a big fan of burning the envelope, because it's -1 reason, but that's fine. Like, I don't want to, like, particularly rock the boat here. We'll just take the... Like, we're not going to go for Ending A, I don't think, because I don't think... Oh my god. Wait, what? What happened? No, I don't understand. We burned the envelope. Oh, we opened the envelope! I'm such a moron. Here's the thing, though, we would have died. We almost actually did die. If I burned the envelope and got that -1 reason, I would have died, so... It was an accidental misclick, but... You know, it is what it is. We took 3% Doom versus 6% Doom, and we got a little bit of EXP as a treat. It was a compromise. Freaky Flood. That should be fine. I really do want to level up my stats. I really do. So we will. Now I'm going Sicko mode. Do I want to do Peculiar Painting? Oh, Jesus. Not really. Not really. We'll end on Peculiar Painting and just hope to Kathak Otarasu, that we'll pray to Kathak Otarasu that we don't get roads closed. Listen, Spider God, if you're if you're gonna shut down anything, don't let it be the roads. This would be pretty pog. That is very pog. We almost failed, but we're okay. We don't have to entertain the reality where we got the bad roll on that and then lost the run. We wouldn't have lost the run, but it would have been bad. 90% chance times 4. Not a fan, honestly. Unless we can brace an attack 4 times, which I don't think is possible. We take 2 reason. And what if we just went for it? I feel like there's a way to glitch that. But 2 90% chances. Love to see that. I'm paranoid. Like, listen. Yeah, like, this is web history, alright? This isn't something that is relevant in the, you know, I was gonna say the metaverse. But this isn't something that's relevant in the modern episodes. But I still remember we missed 3 95% chances as Moriko in a row. And that, I think we still won that run, though. But still, that was damn near traumatizing. Okay, so we do need to... We'll wait until we're sitting on the floor. But we are going to go to the monument. Okay, so we're going to the monument. Let me make sure I have something I can sell in my inventory in case I need to sell it. I do need to sell it. Brick is a better throwing weapon anyways. You're a piece. Oh, thank God you can sell the long pick steak. Oh my God. How many curses do I have? Have I gotten all... yeah, I've gotten all my curses, definitely. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. 78%. 78%. We're going into the forest. Yeah, sure. Why not? That should be fine. That should be fine. 80%. Now, 2 90% and an 80% is a chance that I do not want to take. Actually, we can just do both of these, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going into the forest with 8-7. Oh, jeez. I think we should... I mean, listen, I'm more worried about that 81% Doom. I honestly am. I think that if anything happens that's like a decider on this run is... I mean, did we get roads close? We didn't get roads close. We got Aurora Borealis. Okay, this is interesting. We can definitely... Uh-oh. So you know how I said we could definitely kill this guy? Listen, we have to kill him in one turn. It's non-negotiable. What have I done? Like, what did I actually just do? Like, why did I think that would work? Don't even... Why did I think I was doing 7 for some reason? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's not... Monkey Wrench is not sharp. Monkey Wrench is confirmed a blunt tool object. Do we want to fight the boss? Yeah, we'll fight the boss. Yeah, we'll fight the boss as soon as possible. Do I want to get a free light source? Actually, yeah, sure. Why not? It's basically free. Okay, we're going. Listen, we're going. We're not sticking together. I'm getting the hell out of here. Run the hell away, Haru. Run away. It's okay. He only does 5 stamina damage. It's not a problem. It's not something to be concerned with. Now, we can't save this as an action, unfortunately, because there is no shot we missed it. Oh, we can save it. Never mind. Cool. I cannot believe we're actually just gonna die because we missed a 90% chance once. That's tragic. Okay, so this is gonna do... Okay, so this is getting bonus damage, so this is gonna do 11. Hold on. Okay, no, we're good. So, if there's a knowledge check in the lighthouse, which, by the way, we never confirmed, so let's go and, see what we got here. I'm not gonna do anything until I see the lighthouse. Okay, we're good. We're gonna kill him in one turn. Second enemy was Shiro-san. We're good. Do we have No, we don't actually. We just have Freaky Flood. Okay, so let me actually just walk through this. We're good. We're gonna kill him easily. Shiro-san, we're good. We're good. Okay, so we're not actually taking any damage. We're not taking any damage from the lighthouse. So, what we should do... We could get up to 7 knowledge, which is actually kind of cool. Do I want to stay at 3 stamina so that I have desperation? Yeah, that is probably a good idea. Because we need to kill him in 1 turn. That's pretty important. So actually, I shouldn't. I shouldn't at all go to the bath, because we're not taking any damage as long as I'm not an absolute moron, which I could be. It's been known to happen. But we're passing the dexterity check, we're killing him in 1 turn. Shiro-san, we're good, and we're good. So, yeah, actually, no, that's completely fine. Because there's no, this is just Freaky Flood. There is no Heart of Darkness. So, yeah, no, I think we're fine as long as I don't have, yeah, as long as I don't have any weird esoteric thing happening that I'm not entirely sure of, which is not real, because we don't have Insomnia, and we're passing both of the... The only damage that the Lighthouse can do is -3 stamina, and it's currently not doing that because, while the knowledge check is there, it is not, so he's just dead, right? Yeah. So it was Shiro-san. If we failed that, we would have lost, but, you know, I remember that pretty well. What is actually interesting is that charisma level up and that flashlight were actually super important. Like, they actually helped out a lot. So, I mean, I'll take it. Listen, I'll be happy with that one. I'm not happy with the first run, because it was the most winnable Haru run in existence. We literally had the dream combo of spells. Like, the only way that it could get better is that we somehow had Book of Gore. I was gonna call it... I was gonna swap the B and the G. So I would have been Bore. But, the Book of Bore. But, anyways... thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I will see you on the next episode of World of Horror. A little bit weird, weird of a couple of runs. I really just, like, all my homies hate Insomnia. Like, that's... Insomnia is just so weird, honestly. I don't like it. And I wish that it applied when the combat starts, not when the combat is loaded. That would be pretty nice. So anyways, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.